Hi, my name is FT and I help the hopeful bride, the bride-to-be, and the newlywed prepare more than repair as they embark on their marriage and their relationship journey. Thank you for your amazing reviews, feedbacks that I got from the last video. If you haven't seen that video yet, please go check the previous posts and do well to gain insight from that video, okay? So today I'm talking to the hopeful bride. So the hopeful bride is that bride-to-be, but that is still single at this time, okay? So she's yet to be in a relationship, and I'm talking to you today. And I want to talk about something that I'm calling placing value on yourself, okay? Placing value on yourself. Now, I realized that a lot of people, from their conversations, from my observation, and from things I've noticed with them, I'm seeing that a lot of people these days are tending to reduce their value over and over again. So they just settle for anything that just comes around them. And I'm going to be taking it from the angle of people that are abusive, okay, to you. Especially, I'm talking about physical abuse now, like domestic violence and all of that. Now, if you're yet to be in a relationship, I mean, you have about 8 billion people on the face of the earth at this time, okay, to leverage, okay, and you have those options, about 8 billion people, like I said, options on the face of the earth, and you are not boxed into being with a particular person that does not understand your value or that does not understand your worth. And staying there is saying that you do not value yourself enough. And I'm going to give you a few stories so that you understand where I'm coming from with all of this, right? Because I want you to begin to place value on yourself. Don't say, oh, because I'm not yet in a relationship, anybody that comes around, I should just manage them like that. And if you're currently in a relationship and you are in one that is abusive, you need to begin to rethink your value and get out of that place fast so that you can let the world experience that beautiful flavor that you carry, okay? So I'm going to give you, like I said, some personal experiences. So I remember so many years ago, like a very, very long time ago, so there was someone that was interested in me in those days, right? Okay, so even apart from the fact that I didn't even like the person, okay, but, you know, we're having conversations one of those days, and the person said something. So his younger sister at the time was trying to learn how to drive, yeah? And then she registered in a driving school, and I was like, oh, but you have a car. Why can't you just teach her how to drive? Because meanwhile, at the time, you know, he was trying to see how he was going to help me perfect my own driving at the time. And I was like, oh, why don't you, you know, put your sister through? Why don't you have to go to a driving school and all that? And the next thing he says was, oh, you know, she can be very stubborn and all of that. And he doesn't want a situation where she, you know, gets really stubborn and offends him, and then he's going to beat her up. Now, at the time of this conversation, the lady in question was about maybe like 22 years old, yeah, you know, at that time. And I mean, for me, I didn't wait to see him do it. Do you understand? For me, it was a conversation, right? But I did not give that as an excuse and say, oh, maybe he didn't really mean it, because that's what many people do. Someone gives you a sign expressing who they really are, you're doubting them. They are the ones that know themselves more than you do know them, okay? So you shouldn't be doubting when somebody explains who they really are to you, okay? And then he said that. Now, this was in a conversation. I did not see him physically beat her. You know, I've never seen him necessarily beat anyone. But for him to confidently say that, I mean, I had to repeat the question once and again, and, you know, that was his reply. And I didn't need any preacher. I didn't need any prophet to let me know that that was going to be a danger zone for me. Now, of course, years later, if I had been with that kind of person, years later, and I'm now complaining, oh, this person, you know, is always giving me physical abuse or something like that, I would not have an excuse, because this person gave me a hint many years earlier, and then I ignored that. Okay, so this is what happens many times. We ignore signs when people are really telling us who they are, okay? And then recently I was talking to someone, and, you know, she was given an insight about the fact that the person she just recently broke up with, he was always beating her up. And, his family members as well, his sisters and the rest of them, they all come together, like the day she was even leaving them officially, they still beat her up like so much and all of that. And really, so all of that coming together made me to say, please, you need to place value on yourself. I cannot imagine you are the image and likeness of God. How can they be slapping and beating the image and likeness of God? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Do you understand? You need to start putting value on yourself. Stop saying you don't have anywhere else to go. Stop saying, oh, if you leave this guy, where are you going to find someone else? There are 8 billion people on the face of the earth that you can explore. Like, you have a lot of options. Don't let the enemy lie to you and tell you that is the only person available to you. That is a very big lie. Okay? Place value on yourself. If you do not know how valuable you are and you're a child of God, please go to scriptures. Search out what the scriptures says about your value and begin to understand the most important being ever is in love with you, which is God. Like, the most important being. That's whose love really matters. Do you understand? Not anybody else. Stop putting yourself in that position where people abuse you at will, be rude to you at will, do not value what you carry, do not see you as a gift. Begin to value yourself. So my hopeful bride, this is my word for you today. Place value on yourself. If you've been waiting since, thinking about, so you need a confirmation to help you make this move, I've come with the confirmation today. And the confirmation is that it's time to leave that toxic environment and stay where you can blossom, stay where you can express yourself, okay, and be the best that you were made to be. All right, so I'm going to come your way again. Thank you for listening. Please do well to comment, share. If you've had, any near experience before, you feel free to share in the comment section with me today. I trust that you would make the right decisions every single time. Thrive only. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.